My name's Jake.
And I'm AJ, and we are
the Neck Pour Boys. Today we got something pretty cool, released pretty recently, the Discovery 11 from Bardstown down in Kentucky, from Bardstown, Kentucky, also known as the BB Company, BBC.
That's a different thing, Jake.
No, Bardstown Bourbon Company. You heard it here first.
Okay. But anyways, this is a blend of 73% 13-year, 21% 10-year, and 6% 6-year. And all of these are high corn mash bills. We're talking about 75%, 78%, and 68%. I'm really excited to try this. I've heard really good things. It's
raving reviews all around, I feel like.
118 proof, so that's a cask strength, right?
That's definitely up there.
So, without further ado, I think you've had this. I haven't had this.
I unfortunately have had it, which is not unfortunate. It's fortunate. It's fortunate. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm also going to enjoy
Gotta get that water out of there.
There was 3 droplets. But, yeah, I've heard from even the owner of S&W down in Maryland that this was the best Discovery release so far, 1 through 11. So, I mean, that's got to say something for itself. He makes really good barrel picks at S&W. Go ahead and try it if you haven't. Kevin's a really nice guy. But we're over in Northern Virginia, so it's a little bit of a hike, not too far. But yeah, this is where I picked this up. Honestly, I'm just gonna do a little ad. Honestly, it was $30 off. Normally the MSRP is $140. We picked this up for $110 plus tax, so about $120. So it's still pretty good savings for being able to try something cool.
I agree. Definitely.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
I'm getting like a whirlwind of.
It smells a little strong at first. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, when I spin a little more, I get less of the ethanol and go back for a second sniff. I definitely get cherry straight up off of the nose for myself.
That's what I was gonna say, but I just didn't want to seem like
a cherry bro in the bourbon world. Oh, it's a little bit medicinal cherry.
Yeah,
it's not like
it's
the normal.
It's not vanilla cherry. It's it's medicinal. I get like Robitussin. No, I don't get Robitussin.
Yeah, I think I get a little bit of vanilla, maybe some darker, like close to tobacco, but not tobacco.
No, I think you're on the point.
Like
tobacco,
cloves.
leather. There is something very unique that complements the cherry, and I just can't put my finger to it.
I think
right away.
Yeah, I'll go and say what I think after the taste, but it smells very deep.
There is some rye to this as well, so don't forget that.
Yeah.
But it being high corn is interesting. So, you ready?
You saying that, I feel like I'm a high corn kind of guy. All right, cheers. That's tasty.
Please don't.
I'm gonna let him go first since I've tried it, but I'm also getting like a different experience a little bit this time after trying it.
Things
before.
open up.
Plus, it's been open for a week or so.
I'm getting a ton of vanilla right off the bat. A little bit of like ethanol, but the vanilla really hits through. And like leather for sure. And I'm surprised we're not getting more oak or tannic flavors because it's such a high mash bill of 13 year.
Yeah, it's what, 6 to 13?
13.
I mean, it's the least amount is the 6 year at 6%.
Yeah,
so
which
it's
I'm
mainly pretty old.
I'm wondering if they try to throw that in just to give it like a kick at the end, so you really think you're drinking cask strength.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Or maybe they just needed something to supplement the rest of the bottle.
They're like, we have an extra barrel around. Let's just throw that bitch in there.
So what flavors are you getting, Jake?
So it's interesting you say big vanilla on the taste because I got a little bit of vanilla on the first smells, but after trying it, and then smelling it again, I got a big smell of vanilla too, which is interesting. When I first tried it, I got like straight up just like chocolate, dark chocolate, like strawberry cherry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
I get dark chocolate.
I think I'm also, I think that's like kind of complementing that like leather or like slightly oaky flavor.
Like cacao. Like it's
So-
not, no sugar at it.
They crushed some beans in
yeah.
it and sprinkle it on top as a garnish or something. But no, I think it's phenomenal. Honestly though, 140 plus tax, I feel like would be a little bit of a deterrent for me. I feel like I got a deal, so it makes it taste even better probably, but it's interesting. Would you pay almost 150 for this? Or no, I mean, it's like 155.
So that's the issue currently with a lot of different bourbons is I just feel like this is the going rate for anything that's 10 plus years.
And you can tell how high quality it is.
It just is what it is, and some of these companies, they know they have a great brand name. I do like Bardstown.
They've been around forever too.
Yeah, I had Discovery number 7, and I don't think it was as good as this. I was at a hotel a week ago.
Oh, you tried it a week ago?
Yeah, I had 7 last week.
Yeah, nice.
Fancy me, hotel living.
The hotel bars.
Hotel bar. This is phenomenal. It's very smooth. It does still have that like kind of alcohol-y taste to it, but the cherry, not even cherry, I would say the cacao, the vanilla really hits like a high depth of flavor. I think the 13-year carries through. Do you think this is better than Russell's 13? Which is like a pretty similar, at least year age bill. I don't think it's
I've
as
heard
high
them
a
get
point.
compared together. It's definitely hard to say. I think they're honestly pretty different in palate. I think maybe even the Russell's is a little like not less complex, but like less that I'm picking up from it. For me personally, maybe it's my palate, but I feel like I get more and like more layers to this than the Russell's 13. But when you add in the price, this being
They're the same price if you don't get them on sale.
well, for MSRP.
Yeah.
Let's talk straight. If you live in Virginia like us, where the heck are we getting Russell's 13 for what is it's still like 190 I think MSRP or 180 160.
Right. 160.
But for this being almost half the cost, albeit on sale, this has to win by far. I think they are very close. I think they're a little different. I think it's going to depend on the person. But what do you think?
And I really don't like Wild Turkey a lot of the time. That may be controversial, but Russell 13 is my favorite out of that whole lineup, and CNF. But
single Rick House just blows everything out of the water.
well, I mean, it's $1 bajillion.
Plus, it's $1 bajillion.
I think I would go Russell 13, even
Okay.
paying the extra money, just because, just the way it tastes. I mean,
I think the Russell's 13 is a little bit smoother as well. They're around the same proof, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
116. Yeah,
if I recall, and this is 118.
Yeah, so
This definitely opens up the more you drink it, and I think at first I was getting like a very strong alcohol taste, and now it's like really
definitely smooths
smooth,
it.
like
Yeah.
really.
And it's interesting because like every time I go back after sampling and smelling it, I'm getting something else. Like the fourth time, I'm getting like more molassesy, like caramel at this point. And I think that's really like interesting for me. Like obviously, yes, my nose, my tongue, but I think that like mysterious like complexity is what's interesting for me personally.
I totally agree, and I'm starting to get when you say the molasses kind of tone to it.
And I don't understand it. Like, I wish I understood like the chemical balances like with your body physiology versus like what's going on in the glass. Like,
Well, I
that's
think
just
it
too
gets
much.
aerated. I think it's easier to drink the more we drink because there's more air in the glass. It's kind of
And then
eating
there's-
at it a little bit.
All right.
I'm no scientist. Jake's a scientist, if you couldn't tell.
Computer science is
Computers.
But yeah, no, that's interesting you say that because like as it goes farther down, surface area maybe the volume that's in it, that's mainly air. It's got all the particles shooting up now because there's just a tiny bit left. I don't know, but it's interesting. I like it. Gets a seal of approval.
I definitely like it. I would buy it at 110 and then I would consider it at 150. But it's a great pour.
Yep. Let
If
us
you
know
can
what you
find
think
it.
if you've had it. Yeah, if you can find it. I'm sure there's like national groups where you can get it for honestly really cheap too. Reasonably, but Yeah, let us know what you think if you've had it. If you haven't had it, go look for it at a bar or a liquor store
or a hotel if you're fancy.
Or a sketchy friend down the hall.
But once again, I'm AJ.
I'm Jake.
And we're the Neckpour Boys.
Take it easy.